Hello guys, in this video we are back with a new type of exceptions, the last type of exceptions, which is in the most commonly asked questions. So we are going to see what is that. So we are going to discuss in this the OS error, which is the, yes, that's exactly the OS error. Now don't ask me that why is that called as OS error. Just it's not because of that operating system error or something like that. It is simply the OS error. Yeah, you can refer to the operating system error in some context, and I'm going to mention you all that context. Basically there are only two contexts in which you can mention those two as an operating system error. So the first context, I'm using this as a notepad, let us suppose. So the first context which I'm going to discuss is of the file not found, right? So this OS error basically deals with when you are working with files. Let us suppose you are working with files in the Python, which we will discuss in the later module. Just keep watching or keep stay tuned with me. I'll explain each and everything, no worry. So when we are working with files or files modules, then we have to work with OS error or deal with OS error. Alright, so this was the first reason why we encounter OS error, because when we are trying to locate a file in our operating system or in our local system, and when that file is missing and we are trying to execute that file from our command line or the interpreter in your IDE command line, so if you didn't get that thing, then there where the OS error occurs. Alright, so just let's see how to deal with this error. And the second thing which I was going to tell why this OS error occurs is due to disk full. Now let us suppose your RAM is something around 8 GB. Alright, let us suppose you have a RAM something. So suppose you have a RAM something around 8 GB and your IDE which you are running, let us suppose that is VS Code or PyCharm, whatever it is. So that is basically, so it takes something around 6 GB. Alright, this is not the actual value or neither the standard value that it takes your 6 GB. This is just an assumption to show you the concept and make your concept more clear than what it was. So let us suppose this takes this one, and assuming that your RAM is already filled with 7 GB of files, and you have just 1 GB left out, and you are trying to execute this VS Code or PyCharm in this particular space. So you basically have a 7 GB full and you have simply 1 GB, and this will consume 6 GB. It means there should be more 5 GB space to be fulfilled, right? So in that cases the OS error is more likely to happen even if you go for addition or subtraction or whatever it is. Alright, even if you go for this basic simple steps, then also the OS error is more likely to happen. So this is what the thing is. So we have a file not found and we have a disk full. These are the two conditions when there is a high chance of getting the OS error. Now let's see how we can encounter this, but before that let's just check out a snippet of this, what is the OS error and how that actually occurs. So we'll import the OS module. Now always remember that OS is always been a module. It has never been inbuilt. It is not a inbuilt, it is an inbuilt module, but we have to define that as we are defining the math, so we have to define the OS as well. So we'll simply try to print the OS, TTYL name, we'll pass the 1 in this one, and we'll try to run this. Okay, let's see you can no. Okay, so you can see that it is attribute error. It is written that module OS has no attribute TTYL name. Okay, TTYL, I'm sorry, this is not TTYL actually. Okay, let me clear this one so that we'll get to see it better. So it's not TTYL, it's TTY name. Okay, so we'll execute this. let's see what it shows. Yeah, so you can see that module OS has no attribute TTY name. Rather the error or the exception is kind of same, but that hardly matters. What matters is it is showing exceptions. So let's see how we can deal with this such exceptions, how we can deal with the different kind of exceptions which OS error produce. So definitely we are going to import the OS module if we are dealing with OS error. I have already told you. So let us suppose we define a value r comma t, and this is equals to, make it w to read and write. R means read, w stands for write. So r and w equals to OS module dot pipe. Alright, and then we are dealing with try and except. So we'll go ahead with try, and we'll try to print the same thing which we printed out. So this is OS dot tty name will pass 1. Alright, so this is, we have passed it. Now we will go to the accept part, and we'll make sure to check about the OS error as ERR1, let us suppose. Okay, so we'll print this one as ERR1. So let's see what is the result. Has it run? Wait, let me just clear this one so that I get a clear view of this one without any confusion. Yeah, so you can again see that module OS has no attribute TTY name. Now this is showing just because I haven't maybe pip installed on my system, but if you have, I guess my pip is installed, but yeah, I guess this is not the error which we can expect it out here. So this is what all about. Right, you can see here this is the complete terminology of this thing. Now you can read this thing so that you can get more clear about how this EUF error occurs and all. So this was all about in this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope that your concepts are cleared and you know how to deal with the errors. So this was the last video of dealing with errors. From next video we are going to deal with different other aspects of Python. We are going to see the dictionary, we are going to see the tuples, we are going to get the list, we are also going to see the complex methods such as binary tree, linear search, linear algorithm, binary algorithm, and all these, but in the late video. So before that we'll deal with the basic data structures, that is arrays, list, tuples. So just continue with the video, not in this video, but continue with us, continue with me, and I'm making sure that by the end of this whole of the series you will be able to end up with all the Python's data structures, and you will be able to solve the questions related to data structures. Now I'll reveal my rank on HackerRank in recent days, but not now. So okay, so fine, I'm not extending video much. So this was all about the thing, and thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you like the video, and I'll see you in the next video with date and time methods and different file initialization methods. So thank you.